Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on The Two Gentlemen of Verona, and we get to hear from the Duke of Milan today. The Duke of Milan is Silvia's father, and he is currently in his city hosting both Proteus and Valentine. Valentine got there first and fell in love with Silvia. Silvia is also kind of in love with Valentine, but she's supposed to marry this guy Thurio. So Valentine worked out a plot to use a rope ladder to get her out of her room so they can run off and elope. And he asked Proteus to help him in that respect because the two of them are friends and have been friends for a long time. But Proteus found himself forgetting about his true love, Julia, and falling in love with Silvia as soon as he saw her. So he decided that he was going to tell her dad on them so that her father, the Duke of Milan, would banish Valentine, and then Proteus is pretty sure that he could get in there before Thurio is able to marry Silvia. So yesterday, we're currently in Milan in Act 3, Scene 1, and yesterday we had Proteus giving sort of an impassioned, I shouldn't tell you this, but I must tell you this because you've been so kind to me, and if I don't tell you, it will bring you hurt, kind of a thing, telling the Duke of Milan of the plot to sneak Silvia out, to sneak her away. Anyway, he didn't go into specifics, but he did say that Valentine had his sights set on marrying Silvia. And the Duke of Milan responds, Proteus, I thank thee for thine honest care, which, to requite, command me while I live. This love of theirs myself have often seen, haply when they have judged me fast asleep, and oftentimes have purposed to forbid Sir Valentine her company, and my court. But, fearing lest my jealous aim might err, and so unworthily disgrace the man, a rashness that I ever yet have shunned, I gave him gentle looks, thereby to find that which thyself hast now disclosed to me, and that thou mayest perceive my fear of this, knowing that the tender youth is soon suggested, I nightly lodge her in an upper tower, the key whereof myself have ever kept, and thence she cannot be conveyed away. So what he's saying here, he's like, first of all, thank you for telling me. That's, I owe you one. And I thought, the Duke of Milan is saying he thought that he saw Silvia and Valentine falling in love or stealing glances and that sort of thing while they thought he was asleep. But he didn't want to act on that just in case he was wrong, because he didn't want to accuse Valentine of anything and besmirch Valentine's reputation unless it was actually true. But now finding out that it is actually true, he's like, okay, cool, now I can do this. Because he didn't even really want Valentine in his court anymore because of that. But he's like, I thank you for telling me, thank you for confirming my suspicions, but so that you know that I was already thinking that that might be a thing. She's been sleeping way up there in this tower, and I'm the only one that has a key to it that I keep on myself all the time, so there's no way she could get out. And Proteus is like, that's great, but he has a ladder, a rope ladder, and he plans to come and get her. And he's actually on his way right now because he knows that she's in that tower and he has this rope ladder. And if you were to go right now, you could run into him and intercept him. Just please don't tell him that it was me that told you. And the Duke of Milan is like, oh, I absolutely will not tell him that it was you. And thanks for the heads up. And then Proteus leaves and Valentine enters. The stage direction is that Proteus leaves and Valentine enters, but my guess is that it's supposed to look like the Duke travels just a smidge to get to that tower over there where he runs into Valentine, who is approaching to do the thing. And there's a lot of monologues in Act 3, Scene 1, so we'll stop there for today because the switching of which suitor is on the stage with the Duke is a good place to just pause. But the Duke and Valentine will get to do some chatting in this scene as well. So I'll see you tomorrow for some chatting between the Duke and Valentine. See you then. Mwah.